were there any, just thinking along the lines of those racial connections, that you guys have any allies from other ethnic or racial groups?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay. I had a frog in my throat. Let's see. During landfill, we did gain support with the African American community as well, and eventually, like since New Orleans is beginning to grow as a melting pot, with the education program, we developed alliances with other youth groups around the city that are of different ethnicities, such as the growing Latino group in New Orleans in general, as well as African American. So, is that answering it? Okay.
All right, so I see your hand. Oh, it's so hard. Can I ask a question now? Are you guys good if we go until like 5:20? Okay, don't worry about that. We'll stick to 5:15 for now. We'll stick to 5:15 for now. And we're gonna take that question. I have one last question from the panelists, and then we're gonna go into small groups. Totally respect that. Go for it.
I was gonna say, how did you decide to think through against the attacks rather than fighting back? Like when people get mad, they just act on adrenaline rather than thinking through actually planning it out.
Yeah, that's a great question. We frankly that's why we demand for Syrian cameras to monitor my children when they attack us. But there's a portion of students who have angers and who want to fight back. However, we have strong adult advocates that educate us like see both of you are victim of the same system, and you beating them and they're beating you back and you beating them back. You are perpetuating the cycle. It's never gonna end. And when you leave, the students come in and they're gonna get the same thing. It's gonna totally happen. And I think that's the experience that we have AU, we have BPSS, our organization, who have like 20 years of organizing, educators with their experience and tell them, and we talk about it and we have discussion in multiple languages, for them to see through the system that they are being. In fact, a lot of students don't have a tendency of violence. Yeah, I guess I'll answer your question.
Wow. I think we should just, and I do have a couple more questions, but maybe we can take it into the small groups. Before we do that, I do want to thank all the panelists. Really profound. So they're going to jump into small groups as facilitators. I want to also point out in the crowd, there's Min, also from Vela. Let's hear from Ming. Nancy, who's supporting ASAP. Say the name of your organization.
I'm with BPSOS.
Which stands for?
Which stands for Boat People SOS, but we are moving into our 4th decade and it is now BPSOS.
Oh, I see.
If anybody wants to talk to me about why, please feel free.
Okay.
We work with the Vietnamese community. Maybe that gives you some hint.
So they're going to jump in as facilitators. We have Julie and Charlie. Where are you? Okay, from Prism, and Chandrabi from Prism, and they're going to jump in as facilitators. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, we also have Helen Gim, who is from Asian Americans United. Bob was mentioning, and Helen is also going to be on the keynote panel tomorrow. Who's here? Who can answer questions about the work in Philly. So I just wanted to
Okay, so I just want to recognize that one question that's come up in this part is about how you sustain membership and energy. So think about that. And then another question that we didn't get to for time's sake is there are often notable generation gaps, and the Vela folks spoke to it in Asian American communities. And in both instances, there was bridging that happened, very powerful bridging. And so that's another topic to bring into your small group discussion. We didn't get as much time as we wanted to talk about it here. So the way we're going to do this, oh, and by the way, why are we doing small groups? I said a little bit before, but it's first of all, to do the building, the community building and connecting, so you all will have met more people. And it's also to get into like deep discussion. It's a little bit hard to do like, with 50 people simultaneously. So